welcome to Ashley's Heart Song. This is the place where we get out of the stress of life, and get back into our body, our life, and our businesses. When we tap into the song of our heart in this way, our energy and vitality will soar. The health and vitality of our body elevates. You will be finding yourself living at your body's natural weight with ease and grace. Why? Because you tapped into the song of your heart. Today's episode is going to be more on this opportunity for you to become a different mode of operation. We are journeying into our second sacred metabolizer, which is truth. And in this truth, they always say truth will set you free. Well, it does. When we look at this kind of truth that we're going to be speaking to today, you will see how it truly does set your soul free. I'd love to start out with a little bit of inspiration before we get rolling on our vitality score for the week. Truth, this is a quote by William George Jordan. Quote, "Truth ever defies full definition. Like electricity, it can only be explained by noting its manifestation. It is the compass of the soul, the guardian of conscience, the final touchstone of right. Truth is a revelation of the ideal, but it is also an inspiration to realize that ideal, a constant impulse to live it." That is a beautiful way to define truth. And when we're looking at how we are approaching our week and entering into our week, I think it behooves us to pause for just a moment and to check in on our mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual status. Where are we at in our world? Because today we're going to be speaking about truth, the conventional definition of truth, and then the spiritual definition of truth. So let's do our vitality score so we can see where we are now. So after the show, if you want to dive into this concept even a little bit more, then you can see and tap into that spiritual truth and see how it truly does elevate your biology of your body. So on a scale of 1 to 10, what we do on this is we are measuring the energy and vitality that you feel in each one of these areas of who you are. So mentally today, do you feel, on a scale of 1 to 10, do you feel 1, very cloudy thinking, foggy thinking, interrupted thoughts? Or are you closer to a 10 where you have clarity of thought? So this is the mental body of you. Where do you feel you score between a 1 and a 10? Note that score. Emotionally today, how are you? Do you feel balanced and at ease? That is a 10. Or do you feel a little, I don't know, moody on the roller coaster ride of ups and downs and hither and yons? Where are you emotionally from 1 to 10? Your physical body from 1 to 10. 1, you've got low energy. You can't wait for today to be over so you can just crawl in bed. That's a 1 to a 5, somewhere in there. Or are you feeling just so energy today, so much energy that you feel that you can get everything done today with energy to spare? That is a 10. And we're not talking about that kind of energy. We're talking about the energy, the goodness that you feel within your body. All right. Yeah, we don't want the caffeine high energy. We're wanting the wellness energy. Then the spiritual body. Where are you on a scale of 1 to 10 with your spiritual body? Are you feeling connected at 1, at ease? Or do you feel disconnected, disjointed, separated? 1 would be separated. 10 is aligned. Where are you on that scale? Add up your figures, add them up. The closer you are to 40, the more aligned you are with your body, your soul, and your spirit. If you find that you're scoring below a 20, there is no judgment at all. It is simply a time and a moment and a space for you to see what area of life, what area of you, your physical, emotional, or mental or spiritual body, what area needs the most attention? Where do you need some work to be done? So today, let's dive into truth. My question for you is, what steals you away from standing in your truth? And do you even know what your truth is? When people come to work with me, this is something that we work on because super, super important. The reason why I work with sacred metabolizers is I found in my journey that I was lost. And remember, my upbringing, I had a great upbringing. Nothing catastrophic happened to me. I was raised going to church. I had a spiritual relationship with my Heavenly Father. I had all of that. But growing up, I still felt lost. I felt scared. Going through college and after college, getting married and having my kids, I felt terror. Anxiety filled me. And body dysmorphia, fear of eating, overeating, closet eating, all of that I participated in because I was living in fear. I was living in that angst. And then once I went to the Institute for the Psychology of Eating, my eyes were opened up and I realized for myself and my clients that we were going about this all wrong. The truth that we were standing inside of around diet and the body was all these facts and just ways of eating that were can eat this, can't eat that, can eat this, can't eat that. And it was so restricted, the life was being sucked right out of us. And so if you find that you have been on this dieting roller coaster, you've gained the weight, lost the weight, gained the weight, lost the weight, you feel restricted, you feel uncomfortable in your body, maybe you even hate your body, and you're finding that this journey through trying to lose the weight and live at your body's natural weight is done. You feel that, oh, there's no way that I will ever get that. If you feel that discouragement, that disillusionment, I want you to hang around for a little bit, because when you dive into the sacred metabolizers and learn about this physical body and its mode of operation and what it feels like to be at ease in your body and what it feels like to be ill at ease in your body, you begin to see the difference and to see what emotions and what states of being your body is in at any given moment. And when you discover this, you realize, wow, when I eat that chocolate cake, I begin to feel discouraged and low confidence. But if I eat an apple with peanut butter on it as my dessert, I have clarity of thinking and I feel lighter. Once you notice that mode of operation, you begin to see what is truly nourishing for you, and you can make the decision on what to eat and what not to eat. Not some diet book, not some person who wrote up a way for you to eat and how you should do it this way or do it that way, but it's your own decision. See how empowering that is? You are now an empowered eater who can make nourishing choices, fuel the body exactly as it needs, simply because you knew your truth, because you listened to the deep needs of the body because you took time to slow down and to discover the truth. The truth can be, in the conventional sense, is black and white. It is factual. It is, can do this, can't do that. It's the law. And in some arenas of our life, that is really beneficial to have that kind of truth where you know the line, right? It can be beneficial. But when it comes to our development with our physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual body, all four bodies, the spiritual truth is the one that will set you free. Set you free from the dieting roller coaster. It will set you free from the body dysmorphia. It will set you free from the fear of eating or the overeating or the binge eating. It'll set you free from all of that, from over exercising. It'll set you free from being a couch potato. Because when you tune in to the truth of who you truly are by accessing your heart, like how we do here, the song of your heart, when you tap into that and you walk that line, that is when your body can live without stress at its natural weight. I love this topic so much around the sacred metabolizers because it truly does show us that when we are in a particular mode of operation, is what it's called. A mode of operation is either stressed or relaxed. You're either in fear or in love. That's the emotions. So mode is stressed or relaxed. Along the same lines, we have emotions that is fear or love. And they correlate with the stress and the relaxed. When we are in that mode of fear or stressed, that is when we are judging ourselves and living according to the conventional truth, the black and white. If I eat a piece of chocolate cake, I'm going to get fat. That is the conventional truth of what they believe, right? Of what those who are in that realm of diet and write up diets, they say, if you're going to eat chocolate cake, you're going to get fat. Well, that is a bold-faced lie. No, you're not. The only way you get fat from eating a chocolate cake is if you do it with fear, angst, disgust, judgment, criticism. Because when you do it from that space, guess what happens? You don't eat one piece of chocolate cake, you eat a whole cake. That is when it becomes unhealthy. However, if you are living in your truth, your spiritual truth of who you are, this is when you're aligned. You're coming from the song of your heart. When you're in that space and you're connected and you would love a piece of chocolate cake, guess what's going to happen? You're going to eat it with love, with freedom, with relaxation, with divine joy. And guess what? You won't eat the whole chocolate cake. You'll probably just have a couple of bites because you'll realize, that's all I really wanted was just a couple of bites. That is not going to make you overweight or to gain excess fat. It doesn't. It is the fear encased around it. That is what does it. So why? Why is it that causes you to gain weight, but doing it the other way doesn't? The reason why is because of your mode of operation. Your mode of operation being stressed and in fear shuts down your metabolism, shuts down the gut brain. You will find that your body will not be able to digest. So your stomach will feel like the food is in it for a long time because the digestive enzymatic output is decreased. The healthy gut bacteria decreased. Your body's oxygen consumption has decreased. Therefore, your metabolic power has decreased. And because that food is sitting longer in your stomach, it will be stored as fat. On the other hand, if you eat in the other mode of operation, in relaxed state, in love, love is a sacred metabolizer, just like truth is. So truth and love are both love-based emotions. When you're in that spiritual truth, you are the biological equivalent of truth, of love. So your body is singing at a higher metabolism, and you will mobilize, digest, and assimilate that food that you just ate efficiently to where it is pushed through your system much faster because your gut brain is awake. The juices in your tummy are churning and eating that up. The enzymatic output is shot through the roof, so you are able to digest it with ease. And your satisfaction level increases. And anytime there is satisfaction and pleasure, you have actually just metabolized that much faster. So that is the reason why I'm bringing this sacred metabolizer journey to you, is so that you can begin to operate in a mode of operation that benefits you metabolically. Today, we are speaking of the truth, the song of your heart, who you truly are. So when you're hurried, in that hurried mode, and you find yourself needing to either meal plan, or maybe you're needing to make a plan for your business, but you find that you can't think straight. That busy mindset, that chaotic mindset, that fast pace, that hurried mode is creating poor health. So what do we do when we're in that? Well, we go, oh, wait a minute, sacred metabolizers, truth. Get to the truth of who you are. Let your heart sing. Let your heart sing the truth of who you are. How do we find that? How do we be that in any given moment? How can we do that? I want you to think back to a time in your life when you felt such joy or satisfaction. And since we're talking about truth, can you think back to a time when you stood your ground, you stood firmly in your truth, spoke your truth with eloquence, stood up for yourself to speak out for you? Do you remember how that felt afterwards in your body, or while you were doing it? Do you remember that higher hum that hit your body? Close your eyes and think back to that moment. See if you can relive it right now. And in that reliving, your body chemistry will begin stirring that same feeling up again, because you're reliving it. Even though it's not happening right now, you're imagining that it's happening right now. And you can feel that bubble of truth and the rhythm all elevate. And in that elevated state, your biology is elevated. You will mobilize fat for energy, and it brings peace to a once tormented body. Do you feel the power of that? Standing in your truth. This is when the spiritual truth transcends the physical reality. Being the biological equivalent of truth, and you're in that spiritual truth, it transcends the physical reality. You are connected to your inner knower and to your creator. so you can be at ease. You're mobilizing fat. You are holding on to muscle. Your energy body has just elevated as well. You are in alignment. So the common distinction between these two truths is common truth is fact-based. Spiritual truth is one's own. What is true for one person may not be true for another. And the beauty is being able to accept that. The power of it all is being able to accept that your truth is yours alone. And when you stand in it and stand firm in it, feet firmly planted, that is when you are the biological equivalent of it. And your health and vitality are elevating. So taking from that moment that we were speaking to of a previous time in your life when you stood in your truth, can you really connect to that and see how it felt? Can you identify what's happening within your body? Do you feel the rhythm difference? We can connect here so quickly when we just bring our attention to the breath. So one thing that you can do this week in order to tap into the truth of who you are, your heart song, is to slow down, get out of that fast pace, slow down and breathe. Take a breath in for 6 counts, hold for 3, exhale for 9. Get in that rhythm of breathing to where your attention is solely focused on the breath until you feel your body completely relax. And you'll feel it just, and it will feel so nice and so light and so easy. And stay there with that rhythmic breath. Your diaphragm is pumping, it's the belly pump. That is pumping the air in and out of you on its own. You don't even have to think about it anymore. And just go very quiet. And you can ask yourself, what is my truth? Who is the truth of, say your name? Who is the truth of Ashley? Who am I? And then get very quiet. Continue that breathing, that rhythmic breathing, and allow your mind to open up. And just be quiet for a bit. Getting in tune, getting in alignment, and feeling that elevated state, that elevated mode of operation that is going to bring you so much more peace than you ever thought possible. So much more peace about who you are, the health of your body, your physical body itself. So much peace. So we'll have this sense of interconnectedness when you're doing this exercise. You will have an interconnectedness. You will experience that time with the divine, with your creator. And you will have an easier time tapping into the other sacred metabolizers: love, compassion, humility, forgiveness, gratitude. Take time throughout this whole process of these of these sacred metabolizers. Tune in with your breath and get very quiet and capture each one. We went through courage last time. So go quiet, get in the breath, and bring in courage. What does courage look like for you? What does it feel like in your body? This week, what does truth feel like in your body? Get in line with your breath and go there. Most people don't go there because they're in such a hurry. Get out of the hurry and get into your body, your life. Get back there and be in tune. Be in tune. What a beautiful, beautiful journey today through truth. So what is truth for you? What does it mean for you? What is your truth? Tap into that. Get to know it. Be one with it. Be one with it. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. I am going to break off and have an incredible discussion with the live audience. So if you too would love to be a part of the live audience here on Ashley's Heart Song, join us every Monday at 3 p.m. Central Time on the Win-Win Women TV network, where we are live on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. I look forward to seeing you next time.